In January, my brother set a New Year's resolution, decided he was going to run the Cap 10K, asked me to do it with him. Sure, why not? So I got, an app and started training. Go out for however far I could, keep record of it. Most training is logarithmic improvement, which was great because the timing was perfect. We were going to hit logs right at the same time. I could use it in class. So the deal was I gave my kids my data. Here's a list of all my runs. Here's a list of all my average paces. And they were to predict how long it was going to take me to run the 10K.
In the Predict My Time project, in my group, we were given data. She gave us the dates that she would run and then the time or the pace. Basically what we began with was a simple chart.
We looked at the time it took her to run a few miles previously. We converted the distances and the times into seconds.
When you say project-based learning, everybody envisions that it's going to take a month or 6 weeks, and that's too much for math. What really helped for me was to reframe it as just problem-based. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be finished in 1 class period, 2 class periods, maybe 3 smaller chunks. And so I wanted them to set up a model. Give me an equation, give me a graph, give me some backup, to predict my time.
We were all able to take a statistical approach to it to find a great average for it.
I had a couple of groups that they were going to do it based purely on statistics and scatter plots and histograms and confidence intervals, and then other groups that just converted every time into complete seconds, converted every mile into kilometers, and then just averaged all 22 of them together. The purpose of the Predict My Time project was to use logarithms and transformations of functions to develop a mathematical model that students could use to predict a total race time based on historical performance. And when it came down to, can my pre-cal teacher run a 10K in 32 minutes? I had 3 groups come within 2.5 minutes of my actual time, which was really cool. The biggest advantage I've seen for kids is the freedom and flexibility for them to try something and conquer it on their own.
Whenever we do a project-based learning project like this, we actually go into it not knowing what to do sometimes, and we have to try it for ourselves, and then it just gets easier because we're like, oh, we could have done this better, and it's constant innovation, and it really it's more motivational than just someone just telling you to do something.
Doing project-based learning in a math class, it's how math should be. Math was created to explain the real world, and word problems in a traditional classroom would just tell you about what's going on, but to do project-based learning allows you to interact with it and fully understand what it is we're learning.
My kids that have been through the PBL process, the self-confidence for conquering something that they didn't think they could do is off the charts. And the stuff they come up with, the approaches, that I would have never thought to teach them a certain way. It's not something to be scared of. They can take it apart and they can figure something out. And that's the biggest difference to me between PBL and then just traditional math class setup.